For Scorpio and Scorpio rising, welcome back to the channel. I'm Venus Green, and I'm truly grateful that you are here for your June horoscope. Now, May brought its share of challenges to me personally and professionally, but we are moving forward with grace and clarity, onward and upward, as they say. But I very much appreciate you showing up for this space and also for yourself. So thank you. Now, back to this month. We are doing something a little bit different. Your horoscopes are split into two videos. This one is going to cover the first half of June, so that will include that highly active full moon in Sagittarius that we're having on June 11th. So let's dive into your chart and see what's happening for this first half. Mars is your traditional ruler, and it's traveling through Leo, your 10th house of public life and professional legacy. You might feel especially driven to assert yourself, maybe to take charge in some way. Maybe you are wanting to show the world what it is that you are truly capable of. Take note here, June the 15th, Mars is going to be forming this square with Uranus in your 7th house of committed relationships. This could likely bring some unexpected tension between professional goals and personal partnerships. Someone in your world may likely surprise you around this time, or you may surprise yourself with some sort of bold but probably uncompromising moves that you're deciding to make. Well, Pluto is your modern ruler, and he remains stationed at 3 degrees for the duration of this month in your 4th house. So this is a long-term transit where he continues to bring deep restructuring to your home life, to your family, to the inner emotional roots for you. You are excavating the past and you are preparing new foundations. Mercury begins June in Gemini in your 8th house of shared resources, transformation, and trust. Now, this is a really great time to get honest in conversations about topics of finance, intimacy, or possibly psychological healing. On June 8th, Mercury will be moving into Cancer. That's your 9th house. So it's sparking some curiosity about the topics of spirituality, your beliefs, long distance travel. It's a really good time for you to take in some new perspectives. But then around June 9th to the 11th, Mercury is going to be squaring Saturn and Neptune here. So watch out for confusion that might be happening, for maybe over idealizing possibly a mentor or a message or some sort of belief system. Now, this energy can really cloud your judgment, especially if you're making some important educational or legal decisions. So let things unfold slowly. Now, Jupiter is going to join Mercury in Cancer on the 9th. This is going to mark the beginning of a new year-long growth phase in your 9th house. So this is the big energy here for things like publishing, for teaching, for traveling, even for exploring some new spiritual or maybe philosophical lens to add to your life. You may feel a deep urge to find meaning or to expand your vision of what's possible. But with Jupiter forming a square to Saturn in Aries, that's your 5th house on June 15th, it's really important to balance your idealism with some level of discipline. Not every dream needs to be chased at once. Venus is beginning the month in Aries, your 6th house of work, health, and daily rhythms. You may have been feeling the urge to sort of beautify your schedule, maybe to invest more love into your self-care practices. But by the time June 6th gets here, Venus will be moving into Taurus, and that's going to be then highlighting your 7th house of close relationships. This is going to be a beautiful placement for softening some emotional tensions, for maybe trying to reconnect with your loved ones if you need to do that. Maybe it's just inviting some harmony back into a partnership that's already existing. Venus is going to square Pluto on June 9th. Potentially stirring up here some deep emotional themes, especially around things like power, loyalty, and probably even some old trust issues. Try to be open to healing around this time, but also protect your peace as well. Well, this full moon in Sagittarius on the 11th is going to land in your second house of personal income, self-worth, and stability. You might experience a financial turning point here, right? A decision about ownership of something. Maybe there's some kind of a revelation around what it is that truly makes you feel secure. Well, this full moon is forming a Grand Mutable Cross. Moon in Sagittarius, Sun is in Gemini, and the nodes are in Pisces and Virgo here. So this configuration really speaks to a tension between what's yours and what's shared, between your creativity and your social obligations. This is a question of values. It's internal, but it's also external. Something may come to a head around money, support, or really needing to reclaim a sense of agency in some way. Now, what this full moon might bring up for you and how you could possibly best check in with your soul around this time. Things that you might see come up for you is possibly a realization around financial dependencies or maybe independence, financial independence. Some of you might have a desire to earn in a way that really reflects your values or more of your values. Some of you are going to have an awareness of where your energy is being drained by group dynamics. So the best way to check in with your soul at this time when these things show up for you is to ask yourself, do I feel secure in what I offer to others? Am I building material and emotional wealth that both supports my long-term goals? Or is there a place in my life where I need to reclaim some sense of personal power or value? These are the important points that the moon really wants you to reflect on during this time. All right, in the second half of the month, we are going to unpack the new moon in Cancer, Mars's entrance into Virgo, and then also Mercury's shift into Leo. So big moves that really bring some clarity around collaboration and your next career steps. If you feel so compelled, we would love to hear from you in the comments what's happening for you, what's manifesting around this full moon, and how you are working through that. Scorpio rising, your depth is your superpower. Keep leaning into your transformation. It's leading you somewhere powerful. Best of luck to you.